everybody. So seriously though, I hope you all are having like a really great day. It's your girl A, and we're back to just sip some tea, chit chat, talk about you and me, and just have a good time. What's up, ladies? What's up, gentlemen? Thank y'all all for returning back to my channel. As y'all know, it is Real Talk Wednesday, actually Monday, so you know I'm gonna keep you up to speed. But listen, look at my new shirt, okay? Check this out. So my daughter Mumsy knew exactly what to do for me for my birthday. She knows that I love Chucky. I had like several shirts, don't know where they went, but she bought me a Chucky shirt. She also gave me an Amazon gift card for $125. Girl, listen, I was raking in the gift cards. My daughter Nay gave me a gift card. My daughter Tati got my toes done, and we went out to eat. I had like a really, really great birthday, okay? So being that my birthday is Juneteenth, I had a really great celebration on my birthday. Turned 51 and just as happy as can be. I woke up that day. I woke up today. What else can I say? But I really did enjoy my birthday. Also, my daughter Tati did buy me tickets to see Lisa's 40th anniversary this June 28th. So I think it's Saturday that I'm going to be going. I'm really excited about that. There is a huge playlist of people that's going to be performing. JJ Fad, Color Me Bad, Lisa. I grew up on Lisa. You know, me and Lisa are like this. No, like seriously though, I did grow up on Lisa. She was one of my favorite artists growing up as a kid. You know, everything Lisa in the Cold Jam, Lisa. I really, really enjoy her music. So I was really happy to see that I was going to the concert. We got really good seats. Oh, Tati always makes sure that there's good seats because she does not play when it comes to being at a concert and getting good seating. So we got really good seats. It's JJ Fad, Color Me Bad, Lisa, Rob Bass, there's like a bunch of people. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a tour. It's a 40th anniversary tour, and I'm really excited to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I call music. You know, back in the day when we used to just chill, music was music. You enjoyed the artist. It was nothing complicated to it. They had real voices. They have real talent. So I'm really happy about going to see this concert. I'm excited. I will be going with my stepson. I don't even know why I call him my stepson, but he is my son Wuzzle's brother. You know, they share the same father. So we're going to have a really good time. I'm excited about that. I have never seen Lisa in concert. Y'all, like, I am desperately wanting to meet her backstage, like a meet and greet. There are going to be people there that are my age and probably older. Not really sure about young teenagers being there. My daughter Tati never heard of Lisa or any of the other people that are going to be performing, but my stepson 40 does. So we are definitely going to have a good time. I'm really excited about this. It's going to be at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Ever since I moved here to AZ, I have had nothing but the best concerts, the best seating, the best entertainment. Like, when I tell you, like, out here in Phoenix, you have, okay, so granted, it's like 1,000 degrees in the summertime, and you know, the temperature is rising. It's summertime now, and so it's like 120, 100, you know, it's like that. You just need to learn how to navigate through it and around it. But ever since I've lived here and moved here, I have got nothing but the best concerts. Back home in New York, I really wasn't at any type of concerts like that. They wasn't coming to New York like that. And you know, once I moved upstate New York, we only had one arena, which was called the Pepsi Arena. However, wasn't nobody coming there. I remember this one particular time, I was so gassed. I was ready for this concert with LL Cool J and bought the tickets for me and my ex to go to the concert. Did this motherfucker cancel? Whoever was performing, they canceled. I was kind of like bummed about that. There's really no concerts that come to New York like that, especially upstate New York. There really isn't a lot of arenas. There really isn't a lot of concerts that come there. So living out here in Phoenix, girl, I have been to several concerts and I'm ready for it. You know, I really try to go to things that are more or less like in my age bracket or just more or less things that I would enjoy. Like, you know, I did have concert tickets for Meg Thee Stallion for my birthday last June, you know, saying she was performing on my birthday last year. But I didn't want to go to that because I'm not like a huge fan of Meg Thee Stallion and I'm not really wanting to be with that particular crowd. So I did give those tickets to my daughter, Nay and Mumsy, and they went. Mumsy and Nay went to, what's his name? Tyler, the Creator concert this past March, which was $1,500 tickets. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a really nice living situation out here. It just be hot as hell. And yeah, granted, they are creating and making and building over and over and over again. It's still really nice to be here. And you know what I'm saying? I do like living here. But yeah, so I'm really excited about the concert, going to see that. Life out here is really good, especially if you know how to navigate around the heat. Yeah, prices are rising, and I think that's anywhere prices are rising, but for the most part, you know, living out here in Arizona is pretty decent. It's close to LA. But yeah, guys, I'm ready for this concert. I'm super excited. I'm trying to figure out what am I gonna wear. I don't know, but I'm really, really excited about this concert. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Other than that, I have been just chilling. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, I just chilled. I had a really great weekend. When I tell you I chilled, I literally chilled. I didn't really do much of anything. It was really hot outside. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't do much of anything but be a couch potato, which was really uncommon for me, and I had a couple errands to run. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, I really just chilled this weekend. Like I said, it's getting really hot out here. We're gonna make this video really quick today because there are some things that I have to do and take care of. You know what I'm saying? I will say this though, my fingernails have stayed on. This has been over a week now with these same press-ons, and I'm really, really geeked about this nail glue, because when I tell you that my nails have not budged, I haven't had any fall off. Great glue. Got my feet done on my birthday, me and Tati, which was fun. My feet are looking real good. They looking real cute. When I'm done with this video here, I'm gonna do a try on real quick. Guys, I'm 51 years old. I cannot believe it. I mean, I can't believe it, but like, it just feels like yesterday when I hit 21. And here I am, 51, 30 years later, and what can I say? I'm blessed, I'm very happy, and I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take much for me to be thankful, but yeah, I'm here. So anyway, other than that, we're just gonna jump into this real talk, you guys. If you have a real talk that you would like for me to speak on, you can always send me an email to either muffinismylovers2012@gmail.com. You can also use aprilsrealtalk@gmail.com. Please put in the subject line real talk, so that way I know that it is a real talk. But other than that, you guys, let's just jump into this real talk. How I just be like, well, this is a long one. This was a long one. And I do say that because I be feeling like that. But bitch, listen, this is a motherfucking long one, okay? Let me just say this. This is a fucking long ass email. And I'm gonna show you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know when I'm gonna be done reading this, but hopefully none of y'all don't fall asleep on me. Hopefully none of y'all, you know what I'm saying, don't leave the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have to take water breaks in between this. But anyway, let's just get into this real talk. Let me see. Okay, so she wants me to call her Peaches, by the way. Okay, so Peaches, okay, not the Peaches that everybody else knows, but Peaches for this email, girl. By the time I finish reading this, Peaches are going to be out of season. I'm just saying, like, Peaches is going to be out of season by the time I finish reading this. You couldn't sum this up into, like, some, like, half? I mean, I'm all for it, but, like, you know, let's dive into this, okay? I'm constantly itching my forehead, like I can feel it on my forehead, and it's always irritating to me. But anyway, let me get into this email because I've already been long-winded. Hello, Miss April. I want to start by saying I have been watching your channel since 2015 when I was 17 years old, and I love your content. You can call me Peaches, by the way. Girl, thank you very much. Currently, I'm navigating through various life events. I've been married for 3 years, and my husband and I knew each other for 5 years before we got married. I also have a 3.5-year-old son who is my pride and joy. I adore everything about my son, not only because he is my only child, but also because he has brought so much brightness into my life, if that makes sense. My son has a slight speech delay, so we've been getting him evaluated, and he started school with speech therapy in February of 2025. I work from home, so I primarily have him with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. when he's not in school. His teachers say he is catching up and that speech development takes time for children to articulate. Since he is off of school for the summer, I've been looking for each affordable speech programs that can help him through the summer. Going through all of this while working full-time and attending school, I graduate in May of 2026 with my bachelor's in social work, has left me feeling burnt out and stressed, but it's all worth it for my son. My husband, whom I love, has been a source of stress. First, there was whoa, hold up. My, I really did think she was going to say something good about him. My husband, whom I love, has been a source of stress. First, there was the infidelity I discovered in 2022, a few months after our son was born. I still feel a certain way about it, but he's been working to earn back my trust, although I remain guarded. More recently, since 2022, I've been having trouble with my husband's family. It started with his father. On Father's Day in 2022, his father, I will not call him my father in law, became upset because my husband told him, "Happy Father's Day, Dad. I'm going to spend Father's Day with you in the afternoon. And later this evening, I'm leaving because I want to spend Father's Day with my wife's father as well." His dad got angry at me because I allowed my husband to spend time with my father and not just his father. I stood up for myself and stated that it was my husband's day as well. I told my husband's dad that I was doing whatever made my husband happy. My husband's dad got upset, saying, "You need to spend time with your own father and let my son spend time with me." I looked at my husband and he didn't say anything, but kept to himself and kept his head down. I felt so upset and confronted my husband about it when we got home. And all my husband kept saying was, he was talking to both of us, and that's just how he is. Don't take offense to it. Fast forward to March of 2024. My husband's sister, we'll call her Ursula, came into town. At this time, my son was 2 years old. My son at that age was very heavy handed and liked to grab and hit animals hard without understanding the impact. So I always warn family when we're visiting that my son is like that with pets. Well, his sister brought out a long pet snake. I personally do not like snakes because I don't trust them. His sister brought out the snake and tried to have it wrap around my son for a picture. I told her no and grabbed my son. She felt offended, stating the snake won't do anything. I said, "I'm sorry, but no. Keep the snake away from my son." And she got upset, saying, "Well, everyone else's kids let me bring my snake around them and had no problem." I told her, "I am not everybody else's mother. Keep that energy with them. I am only responsible for my child, and this is all I care about." She left upset, and I stopped speaking to her. Again, my husband did not defend me, stating I was trying to keep the peace. He was trying to keep the peace. I was so upset with him that I stopped speaking to him for almost a month. I expressed that he was wrong, and he stated it wouldn't happen again. Fast forward to January of this year. My husband's father invited us for dinner on New Year's Day. I was hesitant to go, but I went because my husband really wanted me to. While we were there, his sister from out of state was present, as were his other siblings. Everything seemed fine. His father gave me a hug and said, "I'm so happy to see you." I said hi to everyone and kept it cordial. An hour later, before eating, his dad sat everyone down and said, "I know about the snake situation with your son, and I know you stopped speaking and stopped talking to my daughter because of it. Due to that, it is causing an awkward situation between your husband and her, and they have a tight bond. I know you are his mother and you have the say to everything. The reason why Ursula is like this is because me and her mom were bad parents due to drugs, and she had to take care of her siblings all her life. So she doesn't mean any harm. And you need to work it out with Ursula." I stated, "There is nothing left for me to say," and I stand by what I said. Ursula kept her head down the whole time, quiet, and kept to herself. Before that discussion, everyone seemed fine and normal, talking to me, asking me how I was. I don't know where the awkwardness came in, especially since I was invited, based on my husband's words. Throughout the whole night, he kept saying, "Work it out with Ursula." I just rolled my eyes, and she never spoke to me once, nor did I speak to her. Once again, my husband did not say anything. I spoke with him, we got home, and all he said was, "I didn't think there was a problem. He just wants you to work it out with her." I was upset with him for 2 weeks, and he said he was sorry and didn't want me to leave him. Wait, I was upset with my husband for 2 weeks, and he said he was sorry and didn't want me to leave him. Fast forward to May. Ursula came back into town because their mom got assaulted. A long story, but she was allegedly stealing money and trying to live in a home where one of her patients died. Didn't want to leave because she was collecting money, working as an aide for the other patients who live in that house, so she could live rent free. I didn't say anything about that situation after I heard about the assault. I just wished her well, but I had my husband deal with his family alone. In late May, it was his grandmother's birthday, so I decided to show up since my husband really wanted me to go as a family, and I've never had a problem with his grandmother. Ursula was there and was trying to talk to me nicely, saying we needed to hang out, blah, blah, blah. I just smirked and kept it moving. My issue, Miss April, is that I'm tired of my husband not sticking up for me when it comes to his family. I don't know what to do. I've tried to talk to him about it, and I get nowhere but an argument and a heartache. Not only that, I deal with him never being able to keep a car, so he is always using mine since I work from home, but he's been adding mileage and some extra exterior damages to it. Other than that, he has been trying to be good by taking me out on dates when we have a babysitter, buying me clothes or shoes, and always being nice and calm with me. He never raises his voice or threatens me. He always wants to be a handyman around the house. He even got a full-time job now. But Miss April, I feel if a man can't defend me, how can he be with me? I don't know what to do, and part of me wants to leave. Part of me wants to stay. I'm too conflicted. Would therapy be an option? Although my husband doesn't believe in therapy. I would love your guidance. And again, thank you for being amazing and taking the time to read this, Miss April. Love, Peaches. Thank you, Peaches, for this very long email. I love you too, girl. But I'm going to just say this for you. So as y'all know, we got Peaches here who is married to somebody who just don't know how to stand on business, okay? You know, it just really, really resonates with me. This entire story, though it's long, it totally resonated with me. Like when I say her story resonated with me, girl, 110% of your fucking story resonated with me. Because I feel like this is me and I'm just reading my own shit out to y'all loud. Y'all already know the bullshit that I used to go through with my ex's family, and I've spoke upon this. And I'm not really sure if y'all are aware, but you know what I'm saying? God bless those who have passed away, no disrespect. But y'all do know and are aware that me and his sister and his mother had a physical altercation. Me and my mother with his mother and his sister had a physical altercation while he was incarcerated and I was pregnant with Mumsy at the time. My mother came upstate New York from New York City, Queens to visit with me. He was incarcerated. My mom really didn't come to visit with me. She came to come to court and see what was going on with my ex-husband at the time. He was my husband, but I was also pregnant. In the midst of my mom being there, we get the bang, bang, bang on the door about 8:30 in the morning. My mom is woken up out of her sleep and she's sleeping in the back of the house. I'm in the front. She's like, who is that banging on the door like that? I was like, it's his mother and his sister. My mother was like, hold up and let me get my pants on. I don't know how my mother knew something was about to pop the fuck off, but I let my mom get her pants on, and then we go open the first door, and then we walk through our little hallway right there and open the second door. You know, I lived in a 2-story flat, so the people upstairs for me had their own entrance. I had my own, but they lived upstairs, so that part was my hallway where we would keep our shoes, and then you had to walk into the other door. So when I answered the door, you know what I'm saying, his mother just started verbally assaulting me, went to reach for me, and then that's when I had to put the hands on her. We fighting. Then my mother is shorter than me. I'm 5'3". My mom is like 5 foot, and his sister is like 6 feet or whatever. They started tussling. My mom was not having. I had to pick my mother up and grab her and put her back in the house because my mom don't play. She might be little, but she ready to go. So you know what I'm saying? Like I feel where you're coming from, because this altercation happened because of years prior for him not standing the fuck up. Okay? You see what I'm saying? There was a time when I was pregnant with my other daughter, Johnny, by him, and his mama came to the house. He was at work. His mother and his sister came to my house wanting to borrow a screwdriver. Go to the store and buy a screwdriver. You drove all the way over here to get a screwdriver. You could go to Family Dollar, the Dollar Tree, and get you a screwdriver, which was way closer than you driving all the way to my house, which took you like 10, 15 minutes. You could have stopped at your local gas station, wherever, and bought you a motherfucking tool. So when she rang my doorbell, like I said, my husband at the time was at work. I'm standing there in the doorway. She's like, what are you standing there looking stupid for? First of all, who is you talking to like that? I said something to him about it. He never took up for me. When he would go over to their place to take up for me, he would come back either drunk and upset and never took up for me. If he would have took up for me and if he would have stood up for me, then his mother and his sister would have never kept running their mouths. You know what type of person I was to them? The whole entire time, I was trying to be so respectful, not to his sister, but more so to his mother, because I know me, and if you was to ever be disrespectful to my mama, regardless if she was wrong, I'm gonna have a problem with you. So I felt like, you need to handle this because this is your mother, not mine, and we are in this relationship together, and you are living in my home. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I had already got the 2-story flat. Me and him wasn't together. When I moved into that 2-story flat, I was a single woman. Okay, and then he met me at our job and we got together. He moved in, so I was already living there. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was, he would never take up for me. When he would go to hang out with his family, he would never invite me over, and that I was cool with that, because I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go like that. Maybe there could have been a time when I did, but after a while, I was like, you ain't been inviting me. I don't want to be over there. But I understand where you're coming from, Peaches, because you try to be respectful to his family, but You know what I'm saying? How you gonna be respectful when they're not being respectful to you? I understand where you're coming from. Let me tell you something. Let me just say this, sweetheart. Your husband, he do need to stand on his own 2 feet. He do need to put his foot down, and he need to stand on business. Because here you are, you being verbally attacked by his family. Meanwhile, he's like, well, I'm just trying to stay neutral. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Listen, let me tell you something. True indeed, you are right. His family should not be disrespectful to you. And true indeed, you are right. He's supposed to stand up for you. But you know what I learned? You can't wait for nobody to stand up for you. You gotta do that shit on your own. Here's my thing. You disrespect me, I'ma disrespect you the fuck back. After a while, I was like, you know what? That's cool, she his mother, but I'm somebody's motherfucking mother too. And I'm not about to stand for that shit. So we did have a fucking altercation, like a real fight, you know what I'm saying, a physical altercation. Listen, I'm not the one that want to fight my husband's in-law or family. That look real weird and crazy, like your wife is fighting your mama or your sister or your father. Like, that's some crazy shit. That's some dysfunctional shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's not how my mother raised me. My mother did not raise me to go around being disrespectful to anybody's mother or parent. My mama did not raise me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't raise my kids like that. However, I'm somebody's mother too, and you're gonna have to be respectful to me just the same way I gotta be respectful to you. Peaches, I applaud you, but here's what you're gonna need to do. Stand on business for your own fucking self. Like, straight up, stand on business for your own self. If your husband ain't standing on business for you, then you do that shit for yourself. And make sure you do that shit in front of him, so that way none of his family members don't come back and say, well, Peaches said such and such and such. And that ain't even how it really went down. You understand what I'm saying? Because if he ain't standing on business for you, who gonna stand on business for you but yourself? Don't let nobody fucking disrespect you. It don't matter if that's his family, your co-worker, your friends, or your family. You don't allow people to disrespect you. And you know what? I understand where you're coming from, and I understand why you're being complacent, you're being quiet, you're not saying anything, because that's his mama, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want anyone to do the same to yours. But you know what? It comes a time and a place. These people know what they're doing to you, and here it is. Let me just say this to you. Before that physical altercation that we got into on my motherfucking porch, let me tell you, let me just tell you how that went. And I've said this story plenty of times. We got into a physical altercation. Yes, we sure the fuck did, okay? And after my mother left, not even after my mother left, my mother was still there. After that physical altercation, you know what I'm saying? Because his mother tried to put hands on me first. And after that, I was like, oh, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you coming over here to my house at 8 something in the morning, banging on my motherfucking door like you the police. And you want to disrespect me when I open the door talking shit. And then you want to try to put hands on me? This was the attitude I had. And my mom was behind me, standing behind me. When I was done, then my mother came out and was for the sister. They ended up calling the police on me and my mother. When I tell you they called the police on me and my mother, they fucking called the police on my mother and me. And when the police came to my house, I was not arrested, neither was my mother. Nobody was arrested that day. Weeks went by, and it was like 2 and 3 in the morning. I was getting phone calls on my cell phone. His sister was calling me up like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, cussing me out because her brother got arrested for selling drugs, like it was my fault. Like, sweetheart, I work for Fidelis. I ain't got time for this shit. Your brother is the one who fucked up his shit, not me. I been was telling him to stop his bullshit, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all still having your hands out. Let me tell you, she was calling my phone at 2 and 3 in the morning, threatening me, leaving voicemails on my phone. I finally got tired of it, and I let the police hear it. When I tell you they went and they arrested her mother and her, they were livid. They were livid with me for having them arrested. Like, seriously, livid. They told my husband, at the time it was my husband, he said that I had them arrested, and he didn't do anything about it, because what are you going to do? I have proof on my phone that they are cursing me out and threatening me. And not only that, but the phone number is being read back to the police, and they know who did it. They arrested them early in the morning one day. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but it was on a business day, and it was early in the morning. They were livid with me. But when I tell you that was the last time that they ever did disrespect me, that was it. And I felt like, why would I have to do all of this, go through all of this, just for y'all to stop disrespecting me? Like, I would get all kind of disrespect, and I was like, not really understanding, why are you guys disrespecting me when I'm the one that's been looking out for your son, your brother, all this time? I've been the person in the relationship who's been holding everything down, but y'all treat me like trash on the street. I really didn't understand that part until I realized, well, my mother used to say, and a lot of my friends would say, that's because she has 2 daughters and 1 son, and you took her only son from her. I didn't take no fucking body. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take nobody. You should be happy that I'm putting up with this shit. But that was the last day that they ever disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? But then when he and I broke up here, and I was doing a video and I told about my breakup, his sister started started her shit again. She started disrespecting me, texting me, calling me, like, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting my daughter, nay, his daughter, disrespecting her, texting her, call her all types of hours, but you're a 40-year-old woman. Finally, it stopped when I had to pull her card and let her know, yo, you really want to go there? Because let me tell you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your mother who passed, but I'm about to be disrespectful. I had to pull her card, like really, literally, pull her whole motherfucking card. I don't know if she felt like she was a bully to me because she was bigger than me. She's like 6'10" or some 6'4" or some shit like that, 6'2". She's mad tall. I don't know if she felt like she was being a bully to me, but bitch, ain't nobody scared of you. When I finally had to pull a card, I had to pull a fucking card. But here's the thing, why is you fucking stalking me? Why is you fucking stalking your own niece, disrespecting her, cursing her out? Like, you crazy for that. And when my daughter would tell her father about it, he didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know something, Peaches? I feel like this. Some people, some men, they just ain't men. They don't have the balls or the guts to stand up to their family. I don't understand why, but for those type of men, y'all really don't need no girlfriend. Just stay with your mamas. Stay with your mamas. But Peaches, on some real shit, you don't have to get down and dirty. Because if your husband is allowing them to keep disrespecting you, you're going to have to speak up for yourself. You can't keep relying on that nigga. Because even if he was to say something to them about you, they still gonna do it. Take my word. You know what I'm saying? He did stick up for me maybe a few times, but they still did that shit. You yourself are gonna have to nip that shit in the bud. Like, straight up, there should be no reason why his family should be disrespecting you. But even if he's still saying something, there are some women, sisters, mothers who are just that type of person, those type of people that just don't give a fuck. They feel like, oh, well, you got their only son or they son or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how protected some mothers can be. They don't be like me. I mind my motherfucking business. I don't want to know anything about your relationship. I don't want to know about your fights. I don't want to know anything. All I want to know is you being respectful to your woman. I don't want to know anything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to take up for you because you my son, but you in the wrong, you in the wrong. I'm not taking up for nobody. But there are those that are not like that. And it seems like his mother, my ex's mother and sister, and your husband's mother and sister or father and sister is the exact same way. And the only thing you're going to be able to do is stand up for your fucking self. Like, straight up. And that's when they going to realize, oh, this bitch is not one to fuck with. That's how I had to do it. And like I said, I never want to be disrespectful to anybody's mother, especially a person who I'm with, because how does that look? How does it look when your own wife is disrespecting your mother? That looks crazy. It looks so dysfunctional. But then when you think about it, when your own mother and your sibling or your father is disrespecting your wife, that looks dysfunctional too. And it looks even more dysfunctional when it's constantly just keeps going. Listen, Peaches, I'm not really sure if it's something to leave your husband over, but I say this, you cannot rely on him to stand up for you. You know what I'm saying? And I know this just for my own self. I just know this for my own self. Now, the funny thing, though, about my ex's sibling, I don't really know who she knows, but somebody that she used to work with, I'm not sure if she still works with them, would follow me, watch my videos, like they was one of my subscribers, you know what I'm saying? And so I guess they went back and told her that, oh, I was talking about her brother in the recent video that we broke up about. First of all, that's your brother, not your motherfucking husband. And y'all see how I was like brother, wife, brother, girlfriend, brother, sister, wife. After a while, it was like a joke to me. It's like, you really coming for me like that's your motherfucking man, sister, wife. Then I started calling her sister, wife. Now it's like, you know what? I'm not really sure who you got watching my videos or who your friend is who watches my videos, but I just say this, fuck you and fuck her, okay? Because I really don't give two shits who's watching my video and who's going back to tell who what. I said what the fuck I said. And it is what it is. I don't like disrespectful people. I don't give a fuck no more if you his mama, his sister, his brother, his father. It don't matter. Don't be disrespectful to me and I won't be disrespectful to you. Sweetheart, Peaches, stand on business. That's all you can do, stand on business. And if your husband feels some type of way about you standing on business, you can let him know, well, you wasn't doing it, so who else is going to do it for me? Because you're not my protector. You're not trying to go blow for them with them. You're not trying to stop them in their tracks. You're not trying to deal with them. They still coming at me. So if I wasn't going to do it for myself, who the fuck was? Because you sure wasn't. And that's how I would end it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying leave your husband on that, but you know what I'm saying? You got to work those things out between you. But I'm just telling you what I know about disrespectful in-laws, and I'm telling you this. They're going to keep continuously disrespecting you for as long as you allow them to, until you do something about it. Not because of him, until he does something about it, but until you do something about it. Trust me when I tell you this. Listen, Y'all put your comments in the comments section, and how would y'all handle this? How would you react if this was your in-laws doing this to you guys? Have you had a story? Have you ever had an issue with any of your in-laws that is kind of similar to this? Because listen, let me tell you something. I try to respect everybody. When I'm in a relationship with somebody and they have a mother or a father or siblings or whatever, I'd be respectful to them because I want the same in return. But not only am I trying to be respectful to them, I'm trying to build something with them. I'm trying to make them part of my family. I'm trying to be a family. But some people just don't see it that way. And some people just feel like, well, that's my son and I don't give a fuck. He's my son. And I don't care if he's grown. He's my son. And I'm still going to have to say in that. Girl, listen. Stand up for yourself and say fuck everybody else and stand up for yourself. And if they don't like how you had to stand up for yourselves, oh well, I promise you they won't do that shit again. Leave your comments below. Your girl got to go. I love y'all and I will see y'all in the next video.